2016 Big South Indoor Track and Field Championships are this weekend in Blacksburg, Virginia. And for more on that, let's catch up now with the head coach of the Flames and Lady Flames, Brant Tolsma, kind enough to take a few moments here for us heading into the weekend. And Coach, it's a big weekend. Obviously, you're going to a track that this team hasn't been on this year. We're supposed to go, but didn't get to due to weather conditions earlier this year. So as you head into this weekend, what's the team expecting?
Well, we're excited to get to go to another Big South Championship. I was laying in bed this morning thinking about the fact that it's the 19th indoor. I've been to 22 outdoors, Liberty has and I have, and been to 25 cross-country championships, so that makes 66 total. This is my 66th, and I'm 66 years old, so I thought, this is really cool. And everyone, Big South is always fun. You go looking for good marks, everybody's hyped up, the competition is ready, we're ready, and it's always fun to put up some good marks and compete.
Now, the men are going for their 19th consecutive championship. The consistency of that program is really something to behold. What do you attribute that consistency to the most?
Well, I think there's a lot of tradition, and we have a good coaching staff, good facilities. Liberty gives us everything we need to excel, and we just keep trying to raise the bar year after year. That's hard to do, but this is going to be, this weekend also is the last time we'll ever be on the current indoor track. So that's another example of the commitment Liberty's made to our athletic program, and with that kind of backing and with the mission that we have, we're highly motivated, get good kids, and they expect to do well.
One interesting thing here is, you look at this meet coming up, you can only enter 28 men and 28 women in this meet this year. Now, last year, that was a little bit different. You took about 40 for each squad. How will that impact things this year?
Well, I thought that would definitely be a negative. However, a couple of the coaches on my staff were telling me that people are competing and training so hard to try to get a shot at going. So it may actually prove to be a positive, because right from the beginning we were telling a lot of people, unless you're to a certain standard, you're not even going to get to go to conference. And that seemed to have been a highly motivating factor, which is driving a lot of people. Now, certainly I'm disappointed for the ones that deserve a chance to go that are going to be left home. But overall, I think it's helping to raise the level of the performances on our team. So for that, one of those examples of what I thought would be bad might turn out to be a good thing.
Heading into this one here, what are a couple of meets maybe on both sides that you're keeping an eye on that could really swing this thing for you?
Events, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, our strength is still in our depth, even though we have only 28 athletes there. We have averaged just about 3 of the top 9 athletes in each event, if you look across the board. So, a lot of times the field events are kind of iffy, because things can, in a running event, usually you know about what you can run. So, but in a field event, you might be the best person in the field and no height or something like that. So those things can always be swing events. But with across the board strength, I just hope we get on a good roll, and once people start doing well, it becomes kind of contagious. Mm-hmm. And we've had some of those meets at the Big South where people come out of the gate well and they just kind of get rolling, and it turns into a really strong performance. And that's what we always hope for. But the good thing is, once in a while we'll have a bad early event, somebody else steps up, and then you can get it rolling after that. So I'm not really looking to any one event. We're looking for a solid across-the-board performance.
And you're running on a bank track here as well. That'll also present some challenges for the runners.
Well, and we don't get to train on that, but we did go to Penn State this year, and that was our best meet overall. We had some great performances. So most of the athletes have been on bank tracks before. Certainly when we get our own, that'll
help.
That will help, because it's a little bit tricky, especially in a 200, 400, if you get a high lane and you're coming out and you don't know quite how much to lean. And we've seen people run out of their lane and get disqualified in past championships. So, we hope we don't have any of that kind of thing, but for anybody. But certainly converts to faster times, and faster times are more fun to run.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck, and your team's the best of luck coming up this weekend in Blacksburg.
Thank you.
Big South Indoor Track and Field Championships coming up at the Rector Fieldhouse in Blacksburg, Virginia, Friday and Saturday. Follow along right here at libertyflames.com.